Hi, this is Lucky Balaraman from calmandcool.com. This is the second part of my interview with well-known metaphysical teacher Dr. Christine Breese. What programs do you offer to help people attain inner peace?
Oh boy, that's hard to describe in such a short time. All I can say is that at the University of Metaphysical Sciences, we offer a really broad range of subjects in all things spiritual. We have about 70 guided meditations that go with all the courses. There's about 80 or 90 courses. And the meditations offer experiential aspects of what the students are learning in the courses, the written parts, because direct experience is your greatest teacher. And the meditations are what we would be doing in live classes anyway. So we have that in our curriculum so that people can get the direct experience from their deep inner self, because that's where the true teacher is, the Sat Guru within, the master within. And we offer a large amount of support through assistance through the exam process. And if people want to utilize that, they can. We also have a non-degree status too, so that people can get the courses and not the degree, since some people don't have as much money and they wouldn't get as much personal assistance as the degree earning status does. But some people don't need that much support because the courses are really, really extensive and they cover a lot of stuff. And there's a lot of interaction online too. We have a support system online where people can all talk with each other in our discussion boards and our social networks, and they help each other.
Yeah.
And we try to keep the prices really, really low. We could probably charge 5 times what we're charging, but this is not about money for me. The way I see it is this is really important era of human transition, and there's a quantum leap happening in human evolution. And money shouldn't stand in the way.
Well, it's nice that you do that. It's a really good thing that you're doing. What is your advice for carrying the inner peace one finds in meditation over to the rest of the day and not just limit it to that 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes?
That's the hard part for so many people because, okay, I felt great in meditation, but now I'm grumpy for the rest of the day. Well, one thing I would suggest is do the consciousness police thing.
For the benefit of viewers who did not see part 1 of this interview, the consciousness police method comprises using a beeper reminder device called a motive aider, you can find it on the net, to remind you at regular intervals to reside in consciousness. I suggested that one could also use a cell phone's alarm function for this purpose. As a matter of fact, that's what I do myself.
I think the cell phone is a great idea. I hadn't thought of that. And in fact, at the time that I was doing this, cell phones were not a normal thing.
I thought so.
And they most certainly were not able to have little alarms programmed in them. I think cell phones used to be about the size of a football. I mean, at the time I was doing this, if you even could afford one.
Yes.
But what I would suggest is doing 1-minute quickie meditations during the day. For instance, if you're at work and you have to go to the bathroom, just take a moment before you come back out into the office to just do a reset yourself to peace. Follow the breath for a minute, quiet your mind for just a minute, and it acts like a reset button for your consciousness, and then you'll be peaceful for a while before your mind starts wandering again and you get distracted or irritated by someone, and then it's time for the reset button, maybe another hour or so later. And that's one way that I've learned how to maintain peace through the day. Besides the fact that I use life, now I see life as the meditation, that this is God meditating on this reality, this experience of being human, this journey through life. It is a meditation. The meditation is all the time, really.
That's a very deep thought you have over there. And I'm thinking about that myself. Yeah.
Once in a while I have one.
I'm sure you have many. So how do people get in touch with you, Christine, if they're interested in signing up for one of your programs or talking to someone about the subject?
Well, just do a search on Google for University of Metaphysical Sciences, and we come right up. And our website is www www.umsonline.org. U as in university, M as in Mary, S as in Sam, online.org. And it's easy to find us.
Okay, there you go. So what closing thoughts do you have for our viewers, Christine?
Well, the one thing I would say that's most important to realize is that you are eternal consciousness. You are not a human. Your eternal consciousness that never dies, cannot be harmed by any experience, and lives in the ever-unfolding now that eternity is. And eternity is not just a long time, it's the ever-unfolding now. So live here in this moment. This is where the universe opens up to you, and you no longer live as a struggling human when you realize yourself as eternal consciousness. You're immortal on the earth. You are God dreaming that it's a human. So it's a really radical invitation. It's a whole different way of living, and you don't live anymore as a human, really. You live as sort of a visitor, really. And only those who are ready to realize that their human identity is just a dream character living inside the mind of God, imagining, then only then can one live an entirely different kind of life. I call it lucid living. And many are ready now, and this wildfire of awakening is spreading through the mass consciousness in a huge way during this quantum leap in human evolution. And I suspect there may be some listening to this right now who would be ready.
Christine, we've come to the end of our time slot. Thank you very much for sparing the time for this interview. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, viewers, for watching this interview. Christine and I hope that it has made a deeper level of perception visible to you. Have a nice day. Bye for now.